Super Bowl is coming up, fellas. The Super Bowl is coming up, and we got some people who are going to be under some pressure. That
Playoff
being
pressure
said,
meter. Who we got?
we got this here. This little thing we made is the playoff pressure meter. Obviously, you see Mike Tomlin, you see Josh Allen. Out of all the teams that are in the playoffs, I'll ask you guys. Sam, I'll ask you first. Who, whether it be a player or coach, who's under the most pressure to make the Super Bowl, at least in appearance? Not necessarily win, but an appearance. Like, who's under the most pressure?
I'm gonna say DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins.
D-Hop.
Really?
D Hop. Because man, he done played all these years, did all these great things. Shit. His numbers like up there with TOs and all the great ones. His numbers is up there. But these last couple of years or whatever, he's been a nobody almost. You feel me? From going from greatness to like freaking subpar. Just being in a Titans offense or whatever that's run friendly. So going to somewhere like this is like one of your only and final chances, bro, because what you got maybe 1 or 2 years left to get to a spot like this. If Kansas City and D Hop or whatever, and those guys don't win that stuff, bro, he might be a lost cause because he might get cut next year. He might retire. Like I said, what is it, 32, 33? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, as a receiver, bro, you damn near dead meat. And he's still top game, top form, but this is damn near the end for him or whatever. You got like 1 or 2 crucial more years if the Chiefs keep you. But I'm thinking D Hop, bro, for real, because I think he needs this to solidify his place in the Hall of Fame. He needs one. He needs one, maybe a good touchdown or whatever in the Super Bowl or something like this to solidify him as a Hall of Famer, bro. I feel like he is anyway. But
No doubt, no question. I do
just
too.
feel like this is just put the stamp on it.
That's definitely accurate as far as when they're making a case where like first ballot, second ballot, like when it comes to the voting, that shit does matter. It definitely matters. So I definitely see where you're coming from that. I would tell you this though, if the Chiefs make the Super Bowl, that might be a sleeper for a Super Bowl MVP because it ain't always gonna be the top stars. It's always gonna be somebody unexpected, unless it's a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's not a quarterback, it's usually like an unexpected receiver or defensive players, somebody like that who changed the game. So definitely keep an eye out for that. So I put a player and a coach.
Okay.
You want me to hit you with the player or the coach first?
Go for it. Hit whatever one
Hit
you
me
want.
Hit me with the player.
The player who's under the most pressure to win a Super Bowl this year is Lamar Jackson. Okay. I'm talking 2 MVPs. He'll probably win his 3rd one this year. He holds 3 NFL records. I mean, multiple Pro Bowl, the whole 9 yards, bro. And this season wraps up his 7th NFL season, 6 as a starter. Okay, he's had 4 playoff runs, 2018, 19, 20, and 23. He was hurt in 22. He missed that year in the playoffs. And in those 4 playoff runs, he holds a 2-4 record with 1 win coming last season versus the Texans. The Houston rookies, I'll call them, last year. Rookie head coach, CJ Stroud, etc. But then remember, they lost to the Chiefs.
Right.
So in 6 career playoff games, he has a 57 completion percent with 1,300 yards passing, 6 touchdowns, 6 picks. And he's only has 3 career playoff rushing touchdowns, and 2 of them came last season. So it's like you gotta turn on the Jets, bro. You're Lamar Jackson, bro.
Right.
You're way too good of a player with multiple MVPs, bro. Your list of accomplishments, your natural raw talent. You have a top 5 coach in the NFL. To not have a Super Bowl appearance. The answer for a player is Lamar Jackson. You have got to make it this year. I'll flip it to the coach. The coach under the most pressure to make the Super Bowl this year is Sean McDermott.
That's exactly who I was going to say.
2024 marks this man's 8th season as Bills head coach. In his first 3 years, they finished 2nd in the AFC East, and they missed the playoffs in his 2nd season. But these last 5 straight seasons, bro, they finished 1st in the AFC East. They only made it to the AFC Championship 1 time in 2020, and they lost to the Chiefs. Divisional games, wild card games, all losses, bro. But overall, McDermott, he's a solid coach.
He is.
You know what I'm saying? He definitely is. for anybody who's unfamiliar, he was the defensive coordinator at Carolina Panthers in 2016 when they had that Super Bowl run with Cam Newton and all that. Phenomenal defensive coordinator for them. But he took the Bills job afterwards, and he's posted an overall record, bro, of 86-44 in the regular season, 5-6 in the postseason. Led Buffalo to their first postseason since 1999 in his first season, and now he's led them to 5 consecutive division titles.
Yeah,
But it's time to turn up a notch. You got your franchise quarterback. You got a tough defense playing, pretty thick. You're pretty healthy right now at the right times. You're rested. You're ready to go. Answer to this question for coach is Sean McDermott
100%.
is under the most pressure to make a Super Bowl appearance. Who do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if you're watching this video right now. Who's under the most pressure to make a Super Bowl appearance? And obviously, there's a lot of them. Like you see pictured, Mike Tomlin. But I didn't go Mike Tomlin to Steelers because, I don't think, that roster, nobody expected him to go to the Super Bowl. We always expect them to be tough playoffs, pain in the ass, maybe. Yes. Mike Tomlin actually has won one before as well. And that's another reason I didn't go with the Ravens, John Harbaugh.
Yep.
John Harbaugh has won a Super Bowl before. Lamar has not.
Yep.
So I try to make it, play everything into factor here and figure out who needs what exactly. Like when we talk and we criticize players, like who exactly needs one, Josh Allen needs one too, but that comes with Sean McDermott, bro. You gotta, it's time to turn up a notch, bro. You the Ravens.
Josh Allen isn't as accomplished as Lamar is. Like you said, Lamar already has MVPs. He's got all pros. He's got Pro Bowls. He's got records. He's got this. He's got that. Josh Allen doesn't have any of that. Almost any of that. He might have.
I mean, he's got his own.
His numbers, though. His numbers.
But he's not. It's not Lamar though. Lamar is definitely held to a higher standard.
Right. So, and as far as what you said earlier about Lamar probably winning the MVP, I think earlier in the season I said that Josh Allen should win it based on the team's success and stuff like that. But after watching Lamar the past 2 or 3 weeks, I think he should win the MVP again.
Yeah.
Back to back.
He stole the show.
Yeah, he probably will. I mean, his stats, 40-some touchdowns, 4 picks. Yeah, you're going to get it, dude. Rushing threat, definitely.
Well, there is the thing of, voter or MVP tiredness or whatever. Like that. I know Aaron Rodgers won it, back to back his last few years in Green Bay. His two of his last 3 years in Green Bay, he won it back to back. But I keep hearing they don't. Lamar might not win it because they kind of don't want to see back to back winners. I'm not saying this is what it is, but it could be a stereotype type of shit. If Josh Allen had won it last year and and things were exactly the way they are, would he still win it over Lamar, even though Lamar has had a better statistical year? I don't know.
Bro, you can't. Josh Allen ain't even in my conversation no more. He's had a great year, definitely, but it can only be Lamar or Saquon. I don't want to even talk about anybody else for this fucking MVP, bro.
But the thing is, whatever. We started talking Josh Allen when he had the 3 touchdowns passing, 3 touchdowns rushing. That's when he kind of catapulted into that conversation.
Yeah, he did.
He did. Of course, and you have to at that point in time,
right? But after that,
him and Lamar been going
down to his regular self, and then Lamar had 5 touchdowns one game. Then he had 3 touchdowns, 1 rushing one game.
It's just
he do this stuff every week, bro. Like every week, even last week, bro, he had 2 touchdowns, and you know what I'm saying. Like, and it still looked it freaking like the top guy, bro.
Yeah.
So with no Zay Flowers, and he still ran that stuff up. So.
That's what they do though. When the players start balling out and have great performances, especially versus great teams, they're gonna automatically put you in the MVP conversation at least for that week. Like Jaden Daniels was in it a couple weeks when he came back and beat Philly. They're calling that an MVP moment, not just rookie of the year, but I mean potential MVP. We had questions and comments on here about that if he could legitimately win it. So I mean that's what happens. We get it. That's how it works. But yeah, it's definitely. I think it'll be Lamar again or Saquon. I don't even want to hear nobody else, bro. On everything. All right, so there's some pressure meters. Who's under the most pressure to make the Super Bowl? Let me know in the comment thread, please and thank you.